All right, you guys want the truth? I'll tell you the truth. Here goes. This is difficult. This is me being vulnerable. This is me being really honest and talking about stuff that was really dark. I remember when I was 25 years of age. 25 years of age, I was in Fulham Broadway. I was living in a shared accommodation. I was in a one-bedroom flat, and it was a dingy little room, and I didn't feel good enough. I was 25 years of age, and I didn't feel good enough. And I'll tell you why I didn't feel good enough. I didn't feel good enough because I was keeping a very dark secret from the whole world and hiding it. The truth was I was frightened of people. I was frightened of people because when I grew up, my dad bullied me. My dad bullied me. My dad was tough on me. He was equally very kind to me, but he terrified me. He made me frightened. He scared me so much I used to piss down my trousers. I used to wheel down my trousers when I was 15. I was so frightened of him. But then he would be really nice to me as well, so I felt really confused. I felt confused about how can I socialise with people, and I tried to stop these voices. I tried to stop my story, and this was going on my whole life. It was just 25 was a breaking point where I said I can't take it no more. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the story, just so you know. I'm not talking a load of bollocks. It's not just another YouTube video. It's me telling the truth. I got bullied when I was younger. I let people bully me. I let my friends bullied me, and people around my area bullied me because I didn't know how to communicate with people. I was insecure and I was scared. And I just got these memories from school that are true. I remember going into school and having such bad anxiety, panic attacks. I remember begging my mum, please let me stay off school. I used to lie to my mum and say, I'm sick, I've got a headache, I can't go, because I was frightened to go to school. Because the kids bullied me. They didn't just bully me verbally, they physically bullied me, and I was terrified of fighting. And I'd have to end up losing my temper and being violent, and I'd have to sometimes batter people in school. I'd knock them out, the teachers would freak out, my mum would come to school, the people would be shocked and confused and frightened. Sometimes I'd get beaten up. I was fighting all the time, I could never understand it. I was a nice guy, I didn't want to fight. I was a nice person. Because of the way that my dad had treated me, it made me, I couldn't trust people. And I never realised I was only a young boy, I couldn't fucking trust myself. And I felt that people were always going to try and take the piss out of me, and it just kept happening. I remember the teacher saying to me, Jonathan, can you come up to the board please and read this out? And I couldn't read it out, and everyone was laughing at me in the class. I was speaking and I was stuttering and stumbling, and I was nervous, and I used to be so embarrassed. I used to think, hate this feeling of people seeing me struggle, hate this feeling of people seeing me embarrassed. It's humiliating. It humiliates me right down to the core of my soul. It makes me feel exposed, it makes me feel naked, it makes me feel judged, it makes me feel hated. I thought people hated me. I thought my dad hated me, I thought the world hated me. I couldn't trust anyone. I was full of hate, absolutely full of hate. Occasionally I'd be full of love because my mum was very kind to me. As I've said, my dad was occasionally incredibly kind to me. So I had so much confusion. I didn't know where I was at. One day I'm in feeling good, another day I'm feeling hate, and I'm in a place of confusion. And I always had this. It wasn't an inner voice, it was a feeling, and the feeling was, you are not good enough, you are a dirty piece of shit who doesn't deserve anything, and you should be ashamed. And I kept getting this feeling coming up all the time. So every time I was trying to socialise with people, I couldn't speak to them, or when I was speaking to them, it was hurting my body. When my family would come around, distant relatives, my mum would say, your auntie's coming around, I was terrified to speak to them. I couldn't make eye contact with people because I was scared to look at people's faces. I thought they would see that I would say I was a bad person. I used to sit in my room when I was 25 and I used to feel really angry. I used to think I'm not a man, but I used to cry and say to God, how comes you don't love me? How comes my dad treat me like this? How comes my mum let my dad treat me like this? How comes I can't trust my own father? How comes I can't trust other women? How comes women don't like me? When I was younger in school, I tried to be nice. The girls didn't like it, they laughed at me. All the bullies got the girls, so I thought this is the way I've got to behave. But then, as I said, there was a lot of confusion because I made friends very easily. So my life was very confusing. As I said, I was in a place of hate, I was in a place of love. But when I was in a place of love, I never trusted it. I never trusted it because I thought, no one's going to love me. Why would someone love me? Because I don't even love myself. God doesn't love me, my family don't love me. And I can't get an education. I was actually intelligent, can you believe that? I was actually as intelligent as I am now. But I was afraid to show it. I thought if I show I'm intelligent, people are going to bully me, they're going to get jealous of me. But I used to say to myself, what the fuck are they going to be jealous of? I've got nothing to be jealous about, I don't feel good enough. So I couldn't understand what's going on because I got two voices in my head. It's like it's a demon bullying me. I've got this devil that keeps bullying me anytime it wants. So afraid, I was frightened of everything. I'd be afraid if my dad said, can you go out and make me a cup of tea? I was shaking as I was making the tea. I had so much social anxiety, I couldn't go and make a fucking cup of tea without spilling it on the floor. And my dad would say, what's wrong with you fucking idiot? Bring me the tea, what's wrong with you? I'd say, I'm scared. So every time I got a new job, I was scared. I had performance anxiety. I was scared to walk down the street because I thought people were judging me. I was scared to go and meet people. I thought I was the only one. I actually believed, I thought I could never tell people this. If I tell people this, they won't love me. I actually believed I would be abandoned off the face of the earth. I'd be in a dark room alone. And then I used to get another voice that would come up saying, don't be such a soppy little mummy's boy, grow up and be a man. So I used to think, I'm going to fucking be a man. I'm going to be a man. So next time men start on me, I'm going to beat the shit out of them. And occasionally I did. I'm really ashamed about it and I feel like a bully for sharing it. But what else could I do? That was how I was when I was younger. That was how my area was. No one trusted anyone. But it was confusing because within the distrust there was some love there. There was an underlining love, but there was a surface of anger, violence, and you could be killed at any moment. You could be killed any time. I had so many violent fights. And I actually remember thinking, I trust people more when we fight. When we fight and we're violent and we beat each other up, then we can be friends. Because when people were nice to me, I didn't trust it. I always used to think to myself, what's this person after? They're trying to trick me. Only being nice to me because they're trying to bully me. They're being nice to get to know me, manipulate me, and to take things away from me. And this was a recurring story that kept happening. It happened all through my 20s. I thought my friends were making fun of me. I didn't trust my friends. I was paranoid. I had paranoid thoughts. I wanted to trust them, but I couldn't. Something wouldn't let me. This demon that bullied me, this demon that my father had put on me, bullied me. It bullied me all the time. Even when my dad was nice, I was thinking he's going to beat me soon. When he used to come near me, I used to go like that. I think he's going to beat me. So when I'd speak to men, I used to be careful, they're going to beat me. That's how paranoid I was. And it kept occurring, it kept happening. We'd go out to nightclubs and I'd think, please God, I don't want to have trouble today. I don't want to have fights. I don't want to, I just want to get on and be nice. I'd be quiet, I wouldn't say anything. Most times I was quiet. I couldn't use this voice to say these words. I couldn't use these voices to express these feelings because I was afraid to speak. I thought if I speak, people are going to judge me. They're going to hear my voice, they won't like it. I was ashamed of my voice. I was ashamed to say these words to feel these feelings. Because what my dad said to me when I was younger, he said to me, do you know how much of a cunt you sound like? Wrap up, stop being a cunt and don't be a mummy's boy. And I thought, oh my God, it's crushed me. This is my dad. This is the man that symbolises my whole existence. And he's just told me I'm an embarrassment. I thought I was an embarrassment to society. And I got to these places that was so low and I used to think to myself, I wouldn't admit it because I was a very proud man. I wouldn't admit I needed help. I wouldn't admit I needed counselling. I wouldn't admit I need to see a doctor. I wouldn't admit that I had to say, I am an insecure man. I don't trust people and I don't trust, when I'm by myself, I'm scared. I kept going to these dark places, but sometimes I could ignore them. I would pretend I was a confident man. I would watch other men on TV and actors and I'd think, this is how I am. But I knew that wasn't true. But I knew I could be like that, but this demon was bullying me. The demon wasn't even my dad. It passed through my dad. He put his fears onto me because he had a lot of love. I didn't receive the love because the fear and the bad abuse outweighed the love. So all the good, I couldn't see it. There was many good times. My dad brought me to the park. He brought me to football. He taught me about fellowship. He brought my friends together. We used to play football. So I had lots of moments in my life of love, but the demon wouldn't allow me to enjoy the love because it was always on a neg timer. There was always this feeling, don't get too relaxed, Johnny. Don't get fucking too relaxed because we're gonna come for the rent. And when it was saying we're gonna come for the rent, it wasn't the money, it was my soul. It kept bullying me all the time. I remember thinking, I want to believe in God, but I'm afraid to believe in God. If I believe in God, people are gonna think I'm a softie. So every time I'd fight, I'd feel relief, but then I'd feel worse after. I'd feel, what have I done? I've just knocked this guy out. Even when people would bully me, I would feel bad that they bullied me. I would feel bad my dad's bullying me. I'd feel sorry for my dad because he's bullying me. I'd think, I would cry. I'd think, well, I feel bad he's bullying me. It's hurting him. So I felt confused. I felt love for my dad. I felt, why is my dad bullying me? And why do I feel bad that I'm being bullied? I must rationalise it's my fault. So when I was around people, I used to think, why aren't they bullying me? What's going on? But along my journey, I met a lot of nice people. I used to make friends with people from different backgrounds. Because I had certain people tried to teach me beliefs. Certain people tried to teach me to be racist. I wasn't racist. They tried to teach me that I can't be like this person. I could, well, it fucking wasn't me. It fucking wasn't me. That was fear, and there was this demon bullying me. Because I made friends with different backgrounds since I was young. I had black friends, I had Arab friends, I had Indian friends, I had white friends. I'd made men like me, but I was afraid of it. I was scared of it. I said to God, I can't handle it, because I didn't trust love. I only trusted fear. I only trusted when people were unkind. So 25 years of age at home one day, and this is after I met Floyd. That's another. So I thought to myself, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of feeling like I'm a nobody and I can't get a job. I was on job seekers allowance. I remember going down there. I remember sitting in my flat and collapsing and crying in my bed. I had enough of this. I've had enough of this. I know who I am. I'm not this person. I'm not going to allow my dad to bully me. And my dad had stopped bullying me by then, because our relationship was different. But the old story was bullying me. So it wasn't my dad no more. It was the psychological trauma of what he did years ago. He was a changed man. We were getting on. He was nice, but I didn't trust him. I didn't trust him when I was watching the DVDs of him. So I thought any moment he can go back to his old self. But he changed to become a nice man, because no one's perfect. And I learned I had to forgive him. I couldn't forgive myself. I didn't even trust myself when I was being nice. I thought, how long are we going to keep this up for, Johnny? How long are we going to play this game? I had all this psychological dissonance, all this confusion. I thought I was a liar. Even when I was being nice, I'd get a voice come up saying, you dirty liar, you're just doing that because you're trying to get things from people. That wasn't the truth. I'm a genuine person from a genuine family. I used to go to my nan's house and say, my nan used to see it, my nan took care of me. I trusted my nan. She always used to help me out, give me money, give me love. I felt calm around her. I thought, why can't I feel this around my dad? Why can't I feel this around other men? Why can't I feel the way I feel around my nan, around people? Because my nan just always loved me unconditionally. So did my mum. I love my brother. My brother knew I was struggling. I love my brother. I tell my brother now I love him. My brother knew I struggled. My brother helped me. My brother used to help me not get bullied from my dad. He used to get in the way and find ways to stop my dad bullying me. Because I love my brother to bits. My brother will know that if he sees this video. He knows that anyway. My brother knows my heart. So I remember thinking one day, I'm not a fucking shy, socially anxious man. I'm not a dirty person from a council estate. I'm a person with a heart. I'm a human being. God loves me. I can change this around. And when I change it around, I'm going to teach other men. I can make as much money as I want. I can fix a relationship with my dad. I can bring my family together. I can fix a relationship with God. I can forgive all the bullies who bullied me. Because they made me. They put me here now. I survived. I thought I was going to die. I thought I wouldn't get out of this area. When I met Floyd, it was a sign of God. Because Floyd was a black guy. I got bullied by a black guy. I got bullied by all colours. But Floyd showed me love. Floyd was a good friend. We built a friendship and I started to feel more confident. I started to get better with women. But I still was getting bullied by this demonic story. Eventually, a couple of years ago, I went and spoke to my dad. And I healed the story. I changed it by bringing love into my house and bringing God into my house. Spoke to my dad and I told him the truth. And it fixed me. It fixed our relationship. I had no fear in me whatsoever, like I don't have now. But then I learned to myself, I thought, all my life I tried to hide my fear. What am I hiding my fear? Everyone's afraid. Show me a courageous man, I'll show you a coward. Show me a confident man, I'll show you a man who's insecure. Show me a man who's full of love and I'll show you a man who's full of hate. Because we're all human beings, we have fear. We have to learn to manage our fear. We have to learn not to get scared into our fear and keep us small and believe old stories. We all experience bad experiences. My dad is no different. God is no different. Whatever God you believe in, doesn't matter. That's your choice. Every man has fear. Every man has shame. Show me a man who doesn't have shame and I'll show you a liar. Show me a man who doesn't have guilt and I'll show you a liar. Show me a man that doesn't have hate in his heart at one time or another and I'll show you a liar. Show me a man who's not full of love and I'll say, that's the truth. This is the human being. I had to learn to be human. I had to reconnect with my inner child and fix myself. I can't be perfect. I don't need to be perfect, but I need to be honest. It's the honesty that gives you the confidence. When I was younger, I didn't give a shit about money. We never had any money. We managed to have some good times through the bad times, but I knew that I could make money. The same way I knew I could get a beautiful woman. The same way I could teach men how to get beautiful women. It's the relationship with the self. It's the relationship with God. If you don't believe in the God, it's a relationship with love. Because it's definitely about love. And it's about accepting some days we have fear. Now I trust myself. Now I trust my dad. Now I trust everyone. Pretty much everyone. I turned my life around. And I said one day, I'm going to go into the area. I'm going to talk to the kids. I'm going to say to the kids in my area from the council estate who think they're not worth anything, they are worth something. Because I learnt this from the council estate. I learnt this from my dad. So even the bad lesson was the good one. It brought me to God. I can say God out loud. I don't care what people think about me. I felt it when I was a young boy. It got me through it. It got me through the hard times. So what is impossible? Only what you make in your mind, what in your heart. I achieved everything I set out to achieve. Inspired the whole world. Got paid to do a job I love. Dated many attractive women. Faced all of my fears. Forgived all the bullies. Forgive the bully in myself. I'm still afraid. But I'm not afraid to be afraid. I'm still insecure. But I'm secure being insecure. That's why I'm confident. Violence isn't the answer. Violence is definitely not the answer. I learned that down the boxing gym. I had to go in the boxing gym and do the violent stuff to realise you don't need to be violent. You just need to be yourself and be honest. Whatever yourself means to you. The words I'm using now are pointless. They're just words. It's the feelings behind my words. It's what I'm going to say that will reach your heart. It's not. Don't worry about what the words I'm saying. Let's worry about the emotion that I'm expressing over to you. And that's how I connected with God. It wasn't through books or through a word, it was a feeling. I didn't trust the feeling when I was younger because the feeling was me. But when I learned to eventually get the courage to trust the feeling, that's when I found God. That's when I found the truth. And that's when I thought, even in my dark days, it's okay. That's my truth, that's my honesty. What's your truth? What's your honesty? Enjoy the process.